What we have here is a TAT industrial, a UFO industrial. Now, why do I call it a UFO industrial? This is why. Motor literally looks like a friggin' UFO. Flying saucer. Yep. It's the round or fat UFO motor. And about this thick, right here, that's about the stator size. So, it's a big motor in this thing. Yeah, it's a big ass motor. So yeah, this is a 56-inch UFO TAT industrial. It is also labeled Applied Research Florida, something like that, and Gainster International, something. I'm not sure what the affiliation here was between that and TAT, but these ones are a bit different from the other TAT industrials. The industrials used 3 different motor types. One, right, started out as a cast iron with a grooved, sideband, round bottom. Your typical kind of Union-esque almost, just usually with a nipple. Okay. And then they went to stamped, using the same style, same, round bottom. Okay, that's style number 1. Style number 2 is what you see here, which is the round or fat UFO. These ones all say Applied Research of Florida, Gangster International. I really don't know where these came from. They're TAT, but they're different. The blades are different as well. In that, unlike the other TAT industrials, these are aluminum blades. Every other TAT industrial uses steel. Now the third motor type is the flat UFO. Now this type of motor looks like a flat flying saucer, right? And they're also rather large motors. Those ones, however, use steel blades. So, yeah, these ones use aluminum blades, are always straight, and they're always rounded tip. They came in 3 sizes to my knowledge: 36-inch, which I have, 48-inch, which I have, and now 56-inch, which I now have, and I am rather happy to have it. So, getting up on it. And get shots of the labels. Just says 56 inches, 110 volts, 50-60 hertz, and made in Hong Kong. Now the other one is right here. Gangster International. Very odd. And then on the canopy over here would have been a TAT badge, but those always fade because Red ink is extremely sensitive to ultraviolet light, and yeah, they don't get along. So. Anyway, let's see how this beast performs. We have it, it's currently hooked up to a Nutone 4-speed wall control, rated for 1.5 amps. I kind of want to say this motor uses at least 1 amp, if not 1.2 or 1.3. I need to get an amp meter. So, going all the way to low, it doesn't really want to do too much. Or at least it didn't want to do too much when I first turned it on low. I'm thinking... No, it's gonna stall out. Yep, knew it. Could be sensitive to voltage fluctuation, you know, rises and lowers during the day, or, you know, increases and decreases. So it stalls out on low. Not surprising. Now, medium low. Now, medium low, it actually performs. Medium low, it actually does something. It's a kind of fast-ish low speed. It's a fast low, yeah. So, it's definitely doing its thing, though. I'm already feeling the air coming off it. This was another one of the atom fans. So, I'd had my eye on one of these for a long time as well. There is a town in New Jersey, on the Jersey Shore, called Seaside Heights. Now, it had a bunch of stores on the boardwalk that had these. Whole bunch of stores. And then you had a bunch of little pop-up shops in the middle of the boardwalk which had these. They were everywhere. They were all 56-inch. I could tell they were TAT just by looking at the bell canopies, because that flower pot canopy is distinctly TAT. So, they were everywhere, right? Then a few started disappearing, right? And then, okay, Scrambles the Death Dealer hit, otherwise known as Hurricane Sandy. That destroyed a lot of stuff on the boardwalk, flooded a lot of things. I don't think it hit too many of these fans. But then, in September of 2013, residual damage from Scrambles the Death Dealer, meaning salt water getting into electrical conduits, eating up the wires, right, caused a massive electrical fire to unfold in an ice cream shop at the south end of the boardwalk. And then the winds became a thing, and let's just say half the boardwalk burned to the ground. And these fans were lost. Every one of them. Everyone that wasn't already removed, lost. Lost to Scrambles the Death Dealer. Boo hiss. So, yeah. And then there were a couple other shops. Another shop had a bunch of 48-inch of these as well. I actually got one of those out of that shop. So, I mean, it's probably still there, but if it's not, well, at least I saved one of them. So, But yeah, these are somewhat childhood, although later childhood, like very early teens. But still, nice to have one. Anyway, now let's put it to medium high. Now, medium high is actually high speed for shit tier industrials like Westinghouses and Harbor Breeze and things like that. Of course, this being a better industrial, it actually moves the air quite nicely. Yeah, this is medium high with the control. The motor's pretty quiet as well, I've noticed. No startup moan or anything like that. Now let's go to straight up high speed. Nope, the bump and speed. This thing is a monster. This thing is also considerably more powerful than the other 56-inch round motor TATs. You know, the nippled ones. And, you know, the can arms that were relabeled TATs. Considerably more powerful because those ones have heavy-ass steel blades, smaller motors, and they take longer to get up to speed. This is more or less instant. Yeah, these are powerful. These are good. This motor's probably maybe 188 by 25, if I had to take a wild guess as to size. It's also a very, very heavy motor. It's stamped steel, right? But it's heavy. And it's heavy because the stator is so freaking large. So yeah, I'm thinking this thing might draw up to 1.4 amps, actually. It is no slouch. Let's let it coast. Wayward parts are wayward. And like I was saying, now I have 3 of these in each size. I have this one, which is, you know, Applied Research, Gangster International, TAT, 56-inch. I have the 48-inch version with the same labeling. And then the 36-inch is brown. Malaise. And it's labeled Gulf Coast. Yeah, Gulf Coast. I found it in fucking Detroit. Okay, of all places to find a Gulf Coast, Detroit. You know, right near the Canadian border, you know, really nice far up and north in the Midwest. Because Gulf Coast fans generally are below the Mason-Dixon line. Because they're sold at Dan's Fan City. And this is one of the only Gulf Coasts, referring to the little one I have, that I actually like. Because it's not a bland Gulf Coast, it's actually TAT, and it's cool TAT. So, seems like most of these seem to surface in Florida. But like I said, I've found a bunch of these in New Jersey, so, but these are not very common. The more common style of TAT industrial is, well, you know, the round motor grooved sideband or stamps, you know, the round motor nipple style. The original style. So. And there you have it, a TAT round or fat UFO industrial. Quite the beast.